do, we're going to represent this as our whole. We're going to hear that word a lot in fractions. W-H-O-L-E. And I'll make a set too. I'll do an example. I have one set, please. Perfect. Thank you. All right. I'm going to do it right here, everybody. Ah, yes. We're in the crowd. So the word is whole. Everybody say whole.
Whole.
Not the hole you crawl through, although there's lots of jokes like that. If you're in a room and you can't get out and there's a table and a saw, how do you get out?
You carve a hole.
You cut the table in half. Two halves make a hole and you crawl through it. Ha ha, bad, right? So the whole is a word we're going to hear a lot. W-H-O-L-E. And it represents with one or the word whole. So write on your blue strip.
And I think if you guys have, use those Sharpies if you have them, so that you can see that. Yep.
Perfect. Do we partition the whole? Do we cut the whole? No, we do not. The whole, well, actually we do cut it, but we always want to know what the whole looks like. We always want to know what the whole looks like. That's important with fractions. Okay. Now, ahead of myself just a little bit. There are three main ideas that you guys are going to be talking about with fractions. One is just like when you were in kindergarten and you got to learn about numbers, you're going to learn about what fractions are. What do they look like? Where do we see them? How do you draw them? So just what are fractions? You're going to be noticing and learning that some fractions are bigger than other fractions, and that they can actually be equal. They can look different, like with the way they are written, but they represent the same amount. So everyone say, what are fractions? What are fractions? What do they look like?
What do they look like?
Okay, that's fraction number sense. You're going to be learning about fractions as numbers. Everyone say comparing fractions.
Comparing fractions.
If you hear yourself say something like, ooh, this one's bigger than that one, or this one's smaller than that one, you are comparing. Or if you start saying, well, this one is the same as this one, then you're finding equivalent. Okay, so three big things, but my learning target for you today is, I can think carefully about fractions and communicate what I notice. I can think carefully about fractions and can communicate what I notice. Say that target with me. I can think carefully about fractions. Think carefully about fractions and communicate my thinking. Okay? All right. So as we're going through this activity, if you notice something mathematical, raise your hand and say, oh, I'm noticing this. And we're going to see which of our charts it might fit on. Okay? All right. Good. Take the orange strip. We are going to create two equal pieces.
So we cut
Two equal pieces. I heard someone say half. That's exactly right. Two equal pieces. What am I going to name one of those pieces?
half.
One half. There's a 1 on top. I'm going to encourage you to make your fraction bar horizontal in 3rd grade. You might see slanty fraction bars in books and things and the internet. But as we're learning together today, we're going to make sure that our fraction bars are horizontal, straight across. Why did we put a 1 in the numerator spot or the top spot?
Because it's 1.
Right? And why did we put a 2 in the
Because
denominator?
it's 1 half.
Tell me more.
We're doing half. Because
Yeah, there's two pieces that cover the whole. That's why it's half. All right, can we label both of them 1/2? Yeah. Yes,
And
we
they would
can.
equal 4.
They are equal. So 1/2 equals 1/2. Yeah. 1/2 equals 1/2. I'm going to put that on our notes.
Oh, and then we can spell.
Because how many pieces is it? One. But it's not corresponding by colors.
All right, go ahead and cut those two pieces apart. We partitioned them. Everyone say partition.
Partition.
Yeah, that means to cut or divide. We partitioned our whole into how many parts? 2. Very good. All right. Take the green. Right now it's a whole, isn't it? We're gonna go to fourths.
It's one whole.
We're gonna do fourths, actually. Someone was noticing, what about thirds? Ms. Olson's gonna do thirds with you next. So we're gonna stick with fourths today, or right now anyway. Do they need to be equal size? Yes. Equalness is so important when we're talking about fractions. But you guys noticed that in whole numbers too. You didn't like that I changed the number line, did you? Like those spaces need to be equal. All right, what do I name one of those pieces?
1/4.
1/4. Why is it 1?
Because you had one whole strip.
Because it'll be one part.
Because you had one part and then you split it into.
Why will it be a 4 on the bottom?
It's 4 pieces. It's 4 pieces.
Yeah, it takes 4 pieces to cover the whole. Say that with me. 4 pieces to cover the whole. That's why it's fourths.
Oh wow.
Here, I'll show you guys. I'll get mine going and then I'll hold it up. There's also some amazing students you have, so ready to learn.
How many parts do we have? 1, 2. So this is 1 piece out of 4. 1 piece out of 4.
Oh, we're supposed to be.
1 piece out of 4.
So I have 4 pieces of size 4th, don't I?
Are you gonna cut
Right now we
this
have 4
right
pieces
here?
of size 4th. Cut those 4 pieces apart. Anybody noticing anything mathematical? Because your learning target is I can think carefully about fractions to notice things that are mathematical.
They all.
Yes.
I noticed that it could be a different name.
Ooh, that we could say halves and then we can say fourths. Different names.
Yeah.
Good. What'd you notice?
It always has a 1 in it. We're like always having
Yes.
splitting it into parts.
When we're splitting these into parts, yeah. Oh wait, those are 2 different ideas. So I'm repeating his first. So that there's a 1 on top. That's something called a unit fraction. Everyone say unit fraction.
Unit fraction.
Yeah, you guys noticed that there's a 1 on top of all of these.
What did you write in here? 1 whole.
And when the top is called the numerator. Everyone say numerator. Numerator. These new big words. The 1 on top, or the numerator, is a unit fraction, like unit being 1. Cool. All right, any other noticings?
I noticed, like, if you cut it into fourths, it will be 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and it's not different fractions.
That's right. Although if I was counting them, 1/4, and now how many do I have? 2/4. Now how many do I have? 3/4. Now how many? 4/4. So when I count them, I hear bigger fractions. But you're right, each one is just 1 piece out of 4. Great noticings. Yes?
Could a fourth be called a quarter?
Yes, it could. Because things come in our world in quarters a lot, like money, quarters. Football games, the first quarter. How many are there? 4.
Time.
Yeah.
Basketball, soccer.
Gage also noticed that we're doubling by 2. Is that how you're thinking it? Like the half?
Well, we're adding 2, but so it goes 2, 4.
Yeah, we're adding this idea of the 2 changed to a 4. So he says adding 2. Could I challenge you that it's equal groups? A group of half and a group of half, so 2 groups of half. Sounds like multiplication. Can fractions be multiplied? Yeah. Can fractions be added? Yeah. So fractions are numbers and you get to do all that stuff. What do you
But
think?
then in college, there's 2 halves, which is whole games.
Yes? Yes? He's still thinking about the basketball. Like 2 halves of a football game is 4 quarters? Yes? Yes. All right, everybody grab your yellow.